Today we uncover the 6 butter brands America should be warning about. Because in modern supermarkets, even butter is no longer what it claims to be. While heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the United States, food corporations continue to thrive on one dangerous assumption that shoppers will trust the label, not the fine print. From oil-filled spreads to chemical-laced packaging, these products prove that words like pure, natural, and farm fresh have become marketing tools, not guarantees of safety. The truth is unsettling. Even the most trusted American butter brands can no longer promise honesty. Real cream has been quietly replaced with cheap seed oils, artificial coloring, and extended shelf-life formulas, wrapped in premium packaging, sold at premium prices, and consumed daily by millions who believe they're making a healthy choice. 1. I can't believe it's not butter. The name itself is the confession. This is not butter, and never has been. Yet for decades, it has sat beside real butter on American shelves, marketed as a healthier alternative. In reality, it is a margarine-style spread made from vegetable oils, water, emulsifiers, artificial flavoring, and preservatives. No cream, no milk fat, nothing resembling traditional butter. Its yellow color and creamy texture are engineered illusions, designed to fool both the eye and the mind. For years, Americans were told butter was dangerous and seed oils were the solution. But after decades of following that advice, heart disease still dominates U.S. mortality charts. The ingredient list has changed repeatedly, sometimes vegan, sometimes containing dairy, making it risky for allergy-sensitive consumers. Palm oil, linked to deforestation and environmental destruction, remains a core ingredient. This product isn't food heritage. It's industrial chemistry sold as progress. 2. Country Crock. Country Crock built its brand on comfort and familiarity. The name evokes farmland, simplicity, and wholesome American tradition. But the reality inside the tub tells a very different story. Most Country Crock products contain little to no real butter at all. They are blends of soybean oil, palm oil, canola oil, water, and stabilizers, with just enough dairy flavoring to justify the illusion. Over the years, a Country Crock has repeatedly reformulated its products, switching ingredients without clear warnings, sometimes removing dairy, sometimes adding it back. This inconsistency isn't just misleading, it's dangerous for consumers with allergies or dietary restrictions. The packaging suggests farm-churned goodness. The contents reveal factory engineering. What you're paying for isn't butter, it's branding. 3. Land O'Lakes spreadable butter. Land O'Lakes has long been one of America's most trusted dairy names. The block butter remains relatively simple, but the spreadable versions, the ones most households buy, tell a different story. These products are not pure butter. They're diluted blends of butter and canola oil designed to stay soft straight, out of the fridge. That softness comes at a cost. Seed oils replace natural milk fat, stretching profits while reducing nutritional integrity. Despite this dilution, the price remains premium. The packaging still leans heavily on farm imagery, heritage, and trust. But when half the fat comes from industrial oils, what's left of the tradition? The brand didn't lower the price when it lowered the purity. It simply hoped consumers wouldn't notice. 4. Kerrygold, U.S. market. For years, Kerrygold symbolized purity, grass-fed cows, Irish pastures, and golden cream. It became the gold standard for American shoppers seeking real butter. But in recent years, that reputation has been shaken. Lawsuits and independent testing in the U.S. allege the presence of PFAS forever, chemicals in Kerrygold's foil packaging. These chemicals are linked to hormone disruption, fertility issues, immune system damage, and cancer. PFAS can migrate from packaging into food, meaning even high-quality butter can become contaminated before it's ever opened. While the company disputed the severity and adjusted packaging, the damage was done. The scandal revealed a hard truth. Purity doesn't matter if the wrapper itself is toxic. Even worse, Kerrygold's spreadable versions, sold in the U.S., contain added oils and coloring to maintain consistency and appearance. Even the golden color, once thought natural, is carefully controlled. Premium branding, industrial compromises. 5. Bluebonnet. Bluebonnet is another long-standing American staple often mistaken for butter. But like many products in this category, it is primarily vegetable oil masquerading as dairy. The ingredient list includes soybean oil, palm oil, artificial flavorings, emulsifiers, and preservatives. The branding leans heavily on family-friendly imagery and affordability. making it a go-to option for low-income households. That's where the danger lies. The most processed products are often marketed to the most vulnerable consumers. Decades of advertising taught Americans that spreads like bluebonnet were healthier than butter. But decades later, obesity, diabetes, and heart disease continue to rise. This isn't a budget-friendly alternative. It's a long-term health cost hidden behind a smiling label. 6. Store-brand spreadable butters. Walmart, Kroger, Target. Private label butters and spreads dominate American supermarkets. They're cheaper, widely available, and marketed as equivalent alternatives to name brands. But many of these products are little more than oil blends designed to maximize shelf life and minimize cost. Canola oil, soybean oil, palm oil. Stabilizers and artificial coloring replace real cream. In multiple documented recalls across the U.S., store-brand butters and spreads have been pulled from shelves due to plastic, contamination, foreign materials, and bacterial concerns. The issue isn't just safety, it's transparency. These products rely on consumer trust in the retailer while quietly cutting every possible corner. When butter, one of the simplest foods on earth, becomes this complicated, something has gone very wrong. A century ago, butter was simple. Cream churned, salted, and eaten. No oils, no emulsifiers, no chemicals. Somewhere along the way, corporations decided that profit mattered more than purity. They convinced Americans that natural butter was dangerous and that laboratory-made spreads were healthier. Doctors repeated it, media amplified it, and generations believed it. Today, after decades of better living through chemistry, America faces a health crisis worse than ever. Our food is filled with unnecessary additives, industrial oils, and deceptive marketing. Yet it's still sold to us as natural, wholesome, and safe. The fewer the ingredients, the fewer the lies. And when even premium brands can't promise purity, the only real control left is the choices we make ourselves.